Yo, welcome back everybody to a brand new Pokemon TCG Live Twilight Mastery deck video, and today we're going to be looking at a brand new deck that will make your opponents cry and suffer, and that is going to be Venomoth Froslass. This deck is gaining a lot of hype right now. I've been seeing it a lot online on Twitter and from Japan and stuff. I even got this list from Japan with a few changes made to it. But yeah, this deck definitely is very evil. Venomoth is a very annoying item lock attacker, and of course item lock happens to be pretty good right now. I just did a video on a Bayonet item lock deck, but hey man, Venomoth item lock's also pretty good. You know, turns out item locking your opponent is a pretty effective way of winning the game. Now Venomoth not only item locks the opponent, but it also confuses them, meaning that while they're confused, they may not even attack you. They can't play Switch or anything, or Prime Catcher or anything while they're item locked, so they have no way to really get out of confusion other than retreating, but that makes them waste resources. And with so many decks right now relying heavily on item cards, Venomoth can be a very punishing card to play against. And of course, to do extra damage, we do have the Froslass in deck with Freezing Shroud. During Pokemon Checkup, put 1 damage counter on each Pokemon of play with an ability, both yours and your opponent's. So, effectively, you put a bunch of Froslass down, and you put a ton of damage on the board, punishing your opponent for benching extra Pokemon with abilities, and of course, it even lets you do more damage with Venomoth sometimes if you're attacking into a Pokemon with an ability. Now, Froslass would hurt our own draw engine, which is why we are not playing any Bibarel. We're in fact opting for the Dunsparce in the deck instead. Now, the reason why we're playing Dunsparce is it's a great draw engine to play with Froslass because Dunsparce doesn't really care about Froslass that much. Now, we can't play Bibarel or anything like that because Bibarel gets hurt by our own Froslass, so we're effectively hurting our own deck. So Dunsparce is even better because Runaway Draw lets you put the Dunsparce back into the deck and then draw 3 cards. So, you know, any damage is taken from Froslass, you can just immediately remove with Runaway Draw. And of course, Dunsparce has a free retreat and also has no ability, which is very useful for this deck. And this deck definitely can be a very fun and annoying deck to play against. Once again, item lock is really good, and Venomoth can be very difficult to deal with when it's also confusing you alongside item lock, and which can be very good against a lot of Pokemon within the format. Now, before we begin the video, shout out to the sponsor, Card Cavern TCG. Of course, if you're going to get any Pokemon TCG Live pack codes, get them over at Card Cavern. Card Cavern does sell codes line for the cheapest, so if you're looking to pick up any set like Twilight Masquerade or an older set or some IRL TCG singles and product, Card Cavern does sell all that over there. If you do get anything at Card Cavern at the checkout, use my discount code LDF to get yourself a 5% discount on your order. Help the channel, help yourself out, and up our Card Cavern. So big shout out to Card Cavern. Check them out. Use code LDF, link down below. Also, check out my second channel down below for some extra content too. I just did a video where I looked at the top 32 list from the Malaysia Championships, and there was some very spicy stuff in top 32, including a Froslass Control Monkey Dory Noivern deck. So definitely check out the second channel linked down below. And if you haven't subscribed to the main channel yet, make sure to subscribe it down below too. We're on the road to 62,000 subscribers. I want to maybe see if we can hit it by the end of the week if possible. So if you haven't not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe it down below. It'd be greatly appreciated. But yeah, here's the list for playing within today's video. Like I said, I did get some inspiration from this list from Japan, but yeah, this deck seems like it could be pretty fun. Now, you can see the engine of the deck is the Dunsparce, meaning that we can kind of play a little bit more weirder supporters. We are playing for Arven. Arven is just naturally a good card, and then, of course, we have Iono in the deck. But we are playing some other weird stuff. We got Arezu in the deck. We got the Cynthia, stuff like that. Even we're playing a bit of an oddball ace-spec, playing that Survival Brace ace-spec. Bug Catching Set is really good in the deck, allowing you to find your Venomoths and Venonats. It's just more consistency for the deck. It's a great way to find Venomoth, and also can get you more basics and finds you energy. It's a good all-in-one package for Venomoth, and of course, Buddy Poffin helps you set up your deck. Artazon's really good too, especially with Dunsparce when you want to chain them over and over again. The Arezu is really nice because it lets you get 3 evolution Pokemon that don't have a rule box and put them in your hand. So it literally gets you Froslass, Venomoth, and the Dunsparce. Arezu can literally draw you 6 cards if you use it to get double the Dunsparce, which is kind of cute. The Cynthia's in here too for the extra bit of draw when something gets knocked out. Now, the ace-spec is Survival Brace. Now, this is a very annoying card for decks to deal with. If you can put this on while you item lock your opponent, if they are not playing Jamming Tower, technically speaking, they have no way to one-shot your Venomoth, meaning that Venomoth can effectively attack twice. So if you're playing against Charizard, you slap the Survival Brace on, and you item lock them. They can't vacuum it. Well, they can hit you with Burning Darkness if they even flip heads through Confusion. And then if they do, well, they're not killing you because Survival Brace is in play. And this can actually buy you some time to set up, which, you know, is pretty good, and it can also just give you a free turn of extra Venomoth, which is nice. Devo's really good against Dragapult specifically. If they are able to set up, Dragapult can be tricky because they can get Drag Cloaks out, which can be annoying for your deck to deal with. The only card I'm maybe thinking about cutting is Ursaluna. It's nice to have the big late-game beatstick attacker, especially against, like, big basic decks, but I'm honestly thinking about cutting the Bloodmoon Ursaluna. Like, I found, like, against decks like Raging Bolt and Regidrago, which are matchups where this card can be good in the late game. I mean, the nice thing about those matchups is, like, Your Venomoth already confuses them. Raging Bolt and Regidrago happen to have a 3 retreat cost, making them really awkward to move out of the active spot once you confuse them. So I'm not sure you need the Ursaluna. It is nice to have the late game attacker, but I'm thinking about cutting this card out of the deck altogether. Let's go show off the Venomoth Froslass deck in action and show off how fun and evil this deck can be. All right, we're up against Festival Lead. I mean, sure, I guess. Wasn't expecting to see that. Turn 1's okay, I guess. I do want to get Froslasses out as soon as possible so I can start damaging their things. Survival Brace is going to be good in this matchup, actually, because we can block them from knocking me out in one hit. Our turn 1 hand is, like, okay. Honestly, I maybe could have gone another Dunsparce just so I can draw more cards with the Dunsparce. So our hand doesn't really have as much going on. Festival Lead can take multi-prize KOs, which is also a little scary. I mean, this isn't really a matchup I was expecting to see with the Froslass deck, but, you know, here we are, of course. Yeah, we're going to need more going on. Actually, unfortunately, we weren't able to get an energy or anything. So I'm not going to be able to Venomoth them next turn, which is a bit of a bummer. But yeah, if we can set up a bunch of Froslass, we can kind of pick off their Thwackies. That's kind of my thought process. We just want to get the Froslasses out so we can start getting as much damage on the board as we can. My opponent has a blazing hot setup here with all those Pokemon search cards. Filling up their entire board on the first turn of the game is insane. Okay, let's see what we draw. Okay, I'll take a Poffin. Grab these two, and then we can Arezu here. Honestly, could have got a Dunsparce there too, but we'll see. Because I want to get the Froslasses out at the very least. All right, let's go Runaway Draw, see what we got. Okay. I think we got the item lock off, which is good. So we can go Arven. Or we can't Arven. I trolled. All right. I think I just retreat here into... It's going to be Venonat. It's going to be Venonat. I'm going to slap the Survival Brace on. I'm going to bend some Froslasses and pass. Yeah, because I don't want to lose my... I don't want to lose a Froslass. Because, like, we need Froslass in order to deal with the Thwackies. So we're just going to do that instead. See where it goes. They may not have anything in their hand. Maybe. They had a really good turn 1. But we'll see if they can follow up. There's Dipplin. Dipplin does have an ability. Not that it really matters, though. Actually, I guess it does. And they're going to Iono me here. See what the Iono gives me. Looking for some more goodies, maybe? It's not bad. We'll take it. Yeah, they got the Thwacky. We'll see they're playing Vacuum in their deck. That's like the one card I'm a little worried about is a Vacuum, because I don't want them to be able to take a 2-prize KO this turn, which they are able to do if they have a Lost Vacuum. Because they can Vacuum the tool off. But they're putting a lot of abilities down. We see another Dipplin coming down. I mean, the more abilities they put down, the better for us, right? The more abilities they play, the better. Because then it's going to allow us to do more work with our Froslass. And this is kind of why I wanted to prioritize setting up Froslass, right? So we can stop them. I mean, the item lock is okay in this matchup. Honestly, once I set up the Thwackies, though, the item lock doesn't really do too much for us. It's more or less we just want to set up as much Froslass. I kind of want to get 3 out, to be honest with you. I definitely would not mind getting a 3rd Froslass in play. Because I want to basically just, like, have a board wipe situation. That's kind of my idea. Let's see what they do. They could be playing Prime Catcher. That would suck. I would hate for them to KO a Froslass. So hopefully they don't have, like, a Gust. But no, just to do the wave. All right, no Vacuum. That's good. That means Brace is going to allow us to take a hit here, so that's good. So instead of giving up 2 prizes, we're just giving up 1 prize in this situation. What's for... This thing has a 2 retreat cost. That works really well in our favor. Okay. The fact that they have a 2 retreat is even better for us. Okay, that works out really well here in our favor, like I said. We get some damage on the board here with the Froslasses. And then, yeah, we'll see where the rest takes us. So let's see what our top deck is. Nice. Pretty good. Let's go Vessel. Can maybe check my prizes real quick, see what I got. Ursaluna. Other Froslasses prize. So I don't know if we're going to set up another last at the moment. But yeah, them having a 2 retreat is really good for us. Because it means we can knock them out and we can knock them out. Potentially with like Froslass going into our turn with their low HP. And they can't retreat as easily, which is good. So kind of works out. We did get a counter catcher. I think I'd still rather just attack the active here. So let's go Dudunsparce. Nice. Then we'll just Perplexing Powder. So now they're confused. They have a 2 retreat cost, and Froslass knocks them out next turn, which is really good. So they actually get killed going back into my turn, which is very relevant in this situation. It's looking pretty good. And they're item locked, so they can't switch. They can still attack me, though. They might actually be playing a Kieran, so that's something we got to be mindful of. They might have a Kieran in their deck. Yep, told you. They just had it in their hand, too. Golly. We're going to have to sacrifice a Dunsparce. I'm okay to give up a few prizes here, to be honest with you. Actually, one thing to note, we're killing both their Applins next turn, or Diplins, sorry, so we're probably just going to get into the rhythm. Because we can go Iono to 3 plus KO their Diplins, and they're not really going to be able to do much. So actually, I think we're in a pretty good spot right now, because we're KOing both of their Diplins. And we're also going to be Ioning them to a 3-card hand, so I'm actually feeling pretty good about this spot we're in, because we forced a Kieran, so we get to keep the hand, obviously. I just need a not with Venomoth, and we're chilling. Yeah, we just need a not with Venomoth here. We just need to Iono into Venomoth. I mean, we are drawing a good amount of cards. We can potentially double Dunsparce, so we'll see. And we still have our, like, bug catching sets and stuff, so hopefully we don't whiff the knockouts. Yeah, well, I guess we have to give my Dunsparce. I trolled. And we have to give my Dunsparce. That's fine. They get a bit of a lead here, no pun intended, but we are still going to be able to start to kind of turn the tables once we knock out their 2 Diplins. As long as they're knocking out my Froslass, right? That's all that matters. So they're not knocking out Froslass. We do not want to lose our Froslass. So, doesn't really matter right now, whatever. I was going to promote the Dunsparce so I can, like, free retreat pivot, but it doesn't really matter. We get a prize here, which is pretty good. We can hopefully find what we're looking for off the prizes. Let's see. What's our prize? Okay. So now I can set up another Snorunt. Do I need to, though? I'm not sure. So yeah, we need to find Venomoth this turn. Whiffing Venomoth would be pretty disastrous. All right, let's just get the lads down. Oh, and they actually conceded the game. All right, I'll take it. Like I said, we had a very big swing turn there. Iono to 3, plus item lock, assuming we find Venomoth, right? I mean, we were in a really good spot if we don't whiff Venomoth. I guess we're never going to find out if I whiffed it or not. But even though they did take a big 3-prize lead against me, their low HP Pokemon having abilities just not good for them. All right, we're against Greninja. This matchup might be okay. I think the one thing we need to do, though, is item lock them ASAP. Do we have Rescue Board and Survival Brace in the deck? Okay, they're in there. I need to get a Venomoth. Actually, not having Venomoth in this hand is pretty bad because I can't item lock. If I can item lock them, they can't go Greninja, right? Because I am scared of Mirage Barrage. I don't play Manaphy, so Mirage Barrage is kind of a problem for us. Yeah, if our hand had a Venomoth in it, this would be 10 times better. Or the Dunsparce. Hopefully we get Iono'd, because we can try to move Snorunt. Oh, they're playing Charizard Greninja. Whoa. Oh, they're cooking. They're cooking. Yeah, we definitely need to item lock them, because their entire deck is like stage 2 Pokemon. So item lock is very, very important. So, fortunately, we didn't get an energy turn 1 or anything. No bug catching sense or anything. Okay, they are Buddy Poffin. Sure. Let's see what else they do. Iono would be very kind of them. But I don't think that's going to happen. I do need an item lock before they set up. I do have Devo in the deck, but, like, yeah, I just don't want them to put stage 2s down. It makes it harder. Okay, there's an Iono. So if we can find Rescue Board Venomoth Energy, we're cooking. We'd have Dunsparce too. Nice, we got it. Cool. Do we have it? No, I don't think... Well, we can do Dunsparce first. We need to make sure we can find Venomoth. Okay, this is close. I just want to item lock before they get a before they get a Pidgeot out. I just don't want them to get a Pidgeot out. If they got Rotom, that's fine. Sure. Okay. It's good that they Iono'd me. Let's see what they're able to do here. They probably do play Charmeleon and Frogadier. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. And they got this is bad. They got a Water Energy down. This is why I need to item lock, because if we get Mirage Barrage, bro, we're cooked. Okay. Let's see what our top deck is. Mid. Alright, well. Here goes nothing. Do I Dunsparce first? We can Arven for Bug Catching Set? Rescue Board? That's probably what we should do. I think we want to do this first. So I want to make sure we can guarantee the retreat. And then we can Dunsparce before Bug Catching Set. We just need to increase the amount of draws we can do. Okay, here we go. We need a Venomoth. Thank heavens. Bug Catching Set is insane, bro. Whew. Close call. They could still have, like, a Frogadier. Like, they could still get to Greninja soon, but at least we got the item lock before they got any candies. That's why I was scared of. If we don't item lock, if they get candy established, it's grief. Get some Froslass damage on the board. Not that that matters. Honestly, Froslass isn't fantastic right now because, like, there's no abilities other than Rotom, which, like, who cares? I see what they got here. They're item locked. Most of their deck is unplayable. But we'll see if they have, like, a TM Evo or something. That's, like, the one thing that could have is, like, a TM Evolution. Force Heal Stone. All right, let's see what they're able to do. The rest of our hand's not great. I didn't get any other Poffin, so I can't get any Dunsparces set up next turn, but as long as we can chill for a bit. We have Cynthia, which is pretty solid. They could Iono me this turn. Curious to see how they're going to navigate the turn. Like, the one thing I'm thinking of, they have to have, like, they got to have a TM Evo, right? Because if you're building Charizard Greninja, I feel like you still need TM Evo. It's like you're playing 3 different stage 2 lines. You got to play it in Evo, right? And then they do set up some evolutions. We do want to work towards, yeah, this Charmeleon. We do want to work towards the whatchamacallit, Jamming Tower. We do want to work towards Devo if possible. GT, and they're playing that too. Okay. Like I said, as long as they don't have a Frogadier, Greninja, whatever, it's fine. Okay. They can Charizard me next turn. That's fine. Charizard's not a problem because Venomoth hits for weakness and confuses. So, it's going to Arven for Poffin. Do I bother with Survival Brace? We can grab Evo, actually. I don't even think we need... Well, we definitely don't need Evo anymore. But, we'll do this. And then burn that because we want to make sure we can Cynthia. We can hammer off the DT, sure. It's pretty good. And we can Perplexing Powder. They KO me here. We have Cynthia for a nice big hand. And we have double Dunsparce set up. So hopefully we're able to do stuff if they do go for the Charizard. All right. We'll poke them with the Venomoth and go from there. So yeah, kind of just want to work towards Devo, I think, if they set up a Greninja. I don't know how many DTs they play. Maybe 2. We'll see. There's Charizard. Charizard's not that bad. Like I said, we hit for weakness and we confuse it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, they can knock me out. That's fine. We'll see what they're able to do. I mean, I would imagine they can't play most of their decks, so we'll see what they're able to cook up after I hit them with confusion. The one scary thing with Charizard, though, is they can constantly attack. Like, Charizard doesn't really care about being confused that much, because, like, as long as they're flipping heads, who cares? That's, like, the one thing that scares me with this Charizard is... I mean, they could win the game with one Charizard. Probably not, though, because if we get double Froslass plus Venomoth, we're doing a good amount of damage every single turn. But like, because Charizard doesn't really do anything with Stag, they just attack. Eventually, they can just keep flipping heads or something, and it gets a little grief. So, something I'm a little scared of. Okay. I could try to counter catch your Rodon back out, but I think we definitely just want to try to hit this Charizard with confusion. So, here we go. Big Cynthia. Nice. Let's go. We got energy. As long as I found an energy. Now I'm looking for another Froslass, if possible. Nope. F. Alright, well. Perplexing Powder for 60. And now they're confused. But this is where things get scary. Like I said, they can technically attack me every single turn if they get lucky. Like, if they flip heads here, we actually still could whiff Venomoth next turn. We're not guaranteed to have it. We have Bug Catching Set. We can even Arven for Rod to increase our chances, but this is why I need to deal with Charizard ASAP. Because as long as they have no Evo, like, eventually they're never going to be able to get a Charizard set up, because they're going to not be able to Rod the Charmeleon back, because I doubt they're playing 2 Charmeleon. Once we take out Charizard, that's it. They might have Radiant Zard, though, but Radiant Zard's not a problem either. We just got to be mindful of how this goes. We need them to flip tails a couple times. Devo, Unfair Stamp. Well, that's fine. None of those 2 cards are playable. They're probably just thinning. It's actually pretty good they revealed their A-Spec. So I'm actually fine with that. The fact they revealed their A-Spec is kind of decent. But they can't Unfair Stamp me anyways. Okay, they flip tails. This is good. As long as they're not attacking with Charizard, this is fine, because it buys us more time to set up our board. I have no way to get a second Froslass out, which I would really like a second Froslass here. Can I draw one? Vessel's pretty solid. Get rid of that. Pretty sure Ursaluna. I don't think we're going to need Ursaluna, because I think we can just win the game by item locking every turn, so it's fine. Let's do this. The whiff. Yikes. All right, well, Arven. Grab these 2. We can Brace the active, which is pretty big. I'm just going to Perplexing Powder. I'm not going to play the Bug Catching. I'm going to save it for next turn. I don't think it matters. Can hold on to it for a turn. Get some more Froslass damage. That's why I wish I had 2 in play, because it would have done more damage to the Charizard. But it's fine. The Charizard is close to dying. And they can't take a Oh, the Jamming Tower's in play. Oh, I forgot. Why did I grab Survival Brace? I forgot about Jamming Tower. Oh, no. Oops. Okay. Slight misplay. I forgot there's a Jamming Tower in play. Okay, grabbing Survival Brace was a misplay. I don't think it matters. Honestly, it's a minute misplay. It might matter, especially if they do attack and knock me out this turn. Which they thankfully don't, so it didn't even matter. Look at that. Gotta find Artazon. Charizard is actually getting KO'd Okay, so we have the KO, I think, right? Yeah, especially... Okay, if we get Nebula Froslass. Okay, there we go. So... do this first. Okay. Another Dunsparce is good. I did draw Iono, which... tempted to play. Okay, I'll do another runaway draw. Still no Froslass, but... we got Bug Catching Set still to get somewhere. We'll get knocked out going back into my turn, which I guess is fine. Oh, the Bug Catching Set fails. Maybe I should have rotted, actually, there. Could Iono... I'm down, sure. I don't think this matters, to be honest. I'm fine with Iono. Just because I need to draw more, need to find stuff. There we go. We got another Froslass. Let's go. No, just... didn't find Artazon, which kind of sucks. I'll hit him with the Perplexing Powder. They're going to get KO'd, so it's all good. We got the knock on the Charizard, so it's all Gucci. Let's go. All right. They actually shouldn't be able to Zard me again unless I break item lock somehow, because they have no way to retrieve the Charizard. Because they can't Rod, so... I think we're chilling. As long as they can't attack with another stage 2, I think we win. Like, they could use Radiant Charizard, but again, if we just keep throwing Venomoth in their face, eventually they're just not going to be able to do anything about it. So, we'll see how this goes. And the Rotom's going to die soon, too. Like, it's looking pretty grim. If they have no, like, good attackers, we're just eventually just going to win the game by whittling them down with item lock and Froslass. Because eventually the Rotom's going to get knocked out. The best thing they have to do is go Charizard, right? They got the Radiant Charizard. But yeah, once we dealt with the Charizard EX, we're chilling, so... I think now we just kind of have a clear path to victory. So let's go Arezu for Venomoth, double Dunsparce, sure. And Perplexing Powder. I maybe should have evolved one of them in case of an Iono. I don't think it matters too much at this point, but maybe I should have. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Countercatcher, those are all dead cards at this point. I mean, it's looking pretty grim, right? I don't know what my opponent can really do at this point. They can't even Radiant Zard me this turn anyways. Actually, the way the math is going to work out with Froslass, eventually the Rotom's just going to get knocked out on a turn where I probably can just win in one turn. I could even avoid the Radiant Charizard attacking me for 1 energy at this point. They're also down 5 energy, 6 energy, so, like, who knows? Not sure they can win at this point in the game. As long as I'm just not getting crippled by, like, weird plays, we should be okay. There's an Arven. Time to find out if they have an Evo. I feel like we would have seen a TM Evo by now if they had one. Like, at this point, even if they get Greninja set up, I honestly think we're still going to win anyways. We also got the Stadium Bump, which is good. Devo, that's fine. Doesn't do anything. Actually, Devo does buy them 1 turn of me not doing Venomoth. Or Froslass, sorry. But that's... honestly, at this point, it doesn't even matter. If I have 1 turn or Venomoth, or I keep saying Venomoth, Froslass's ability doesn't do anything. I don't even that matters anymore. Do they even have an energy? No energy. All right, whatever. Yeah, now we're cooking. Well, they can't even Devo because the jamming tower. Okay. Rotom would still survive a turn. Okay, I'm gonna go Dunsparce. I'm still gonna bump the Stadium. Honestly, I don't even care at this point. It doesn't even matter. Honestly, we could just... okay, let's do this. So, Super Rod. I'm just going to do this. Whatever. I'm just going to Iono the Devo to the bottom of the deck. Sure, whatever. Literally, who cares at this point? We have... my opponent has, like, 2 turns to try to do something, because eventually that Rotom is about to get knocked out, and we're just going to win the game. So, it may not even matter. You know? Do I ever set up another Froslass? Probably not. They could draw a Turo. I guess that's one thing they could do is Turo. But, like, it's only delaying the inevitable, I feel like, for my opponent anyways. So let's just Perplexing Powder them. So my opponent needs to retreat Pidgey this turn and Turo the Rotom or something. Or else I just win. If they don't do both those, we win. If they Turo the Rotom, we don't win. But it's grief if they do. So we'll see. They need energy. They're down 6 energy. They gotta... it's bound to whether or not they basically find a Turo. That's why it's probably okay to Iono, because I don't want them to Turo the Rotom. I don't think there's any other surprises in their deck. They're down a lot of energy. They have no Super Rod. They can't recover the Charizard or the energy. So, I don't know. We'll see what they got. It's not looking good, though. They need a cook. Boss, that's fine. Doesn't do anything. We have an energy in the hand. They can't do any boss shenanigans with, like, unfair or, like, counter catch or anything. So, yeah, we just win. All right. That's game. They were unable to move Pidgey and heal Rotom, and that is GG's. We take the prizes, baby. Let's go. Cool stuff. Yeah, any evolving Stage 2 deck is just so good. Dragapult is arguably the scariest of the matchups because they play heavy Dracloak. But when you have this in the deck, it's all Gucci. So yeah, we can just retreat into Venomoth and knock out the active. And that is the GGs versus Charizard, Greninja, Pidgeot. Low-key, kind of a scary matchup when they have access to Greninja because Mirage Barrage is scary because, again, we don't play Manaphy in the deck. But item lock go Burr. And once we dealt with their Charizard, they just kind of had nothing else to do. And yeah, once you deal with the Charizard, it's all gravy. Which is not hard to deal with when you have Weakness, Froslass, and Confusion. All right, I think we're against Shenpao. Going second against Shenpao is bad, and going first is a lot better. This is, like, fine, because we want to make sure we can item lock them ASAP. Once we item lock Shenpao, I mean, the game honestly just kind of ends, so let's see how this goes. Grab these two. Probably going to have to play Artazon. I need to do as much thinning as I can, so grab another Dunsparce. And then we will attach pass. And we can Bug Catching Set next turn. I don't really have much else in the hand, which is kind of annoying, so, like, this isn't fantastic. I have to basically hope that Bug Catching Set bails me out and gives me a Venomoth, which is kind of why I thinned out my deck as much as I could, because I want to make sure I get Venomoth. Because I did give him a free Artazon, free Frigibacks, whatever, but I need to make sure I can get the Venomoth into play. So we'll see how this goes. I need a top deck at the very least. They bumped the stadium with a Pokestop. Honestly, I might play that just to try to get more stuff. Speaking of stuff, they got Cypher Maniac. So they're probably going to go Pokestop Maniac. That's fine. They set their board up. It's not a big deal, right? Because we item lock them. They can't do much about it. That's the plan. Pokestop. Heavy Ball, Nest Ball. Nobody Poffin. Interesting. Probably prize reading your Ninja, I imagine, or Shenpao. Well, they grab Bidoof. Never mind. I'm interested to see how this goes. I need to bench 3 Venonat, to be honest. Because one thing I noticed, they could attack with Greninja, theoretically. Maybe we do need to bench a couple Venonats. I mean, if I whip Venomoth up, Bug Catching Set is really bad. I think I have to, like, Pokestop before, just to do as much thinning as I can. So we need to item lock him, like, as soon as possible. Like, I need to get the turn 2 item lock off. Another Nest Ball. Are they going to get Shenpao? Are they getting another PAL? Let's see. Oh, Hands. That's fine. Hands isn't that good because, like, it can attack, but we can confuse it. It also has a 4 retreat cost. That thing is, like, really thick. They're retreating. Okay, that's fine. They go into the hands. Oh, we need to get the Venomoth ASAP, then. We need a Venomoth them ASAP so we can prevent this thing from hopefully attacking. I'm surprised he retreated the Iron Hands. It's actually probably better to stay in the active, right? I think so. All right, well, hopefully we can draw something here. Here we go. Mint. Do I even Bug Catching Set then? Or do I even Pokestop? Probably not. I'm just going to Bug Catching Set. It would whiffed. It's a little spooky. Oh, Iono. We can probably get Venomoth. If I can find Dunsparce and stuff. Or not. Yikes. Oh, God. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to Pokestop just to thin. Okay, good. And then we'll Bug Catching Set. Okay. We just got there. Holy smokes. Get the Froslass down. Kind of win for 2, but it is what it is. We did lose an Iono, which kind of sucks, but at least we got Venomoth. That's all that matters. As long as we got the Venomoth, that's all I care about. I don't care. Just get the Venomoth down ASAP. Now they're confused and item locked, and all those Pokemon take damage. They could Delibird me here, bundle, whatever it's called, and I'll just give them Dunsparce. I don't think that really matters. We have Arezu for next turn, getting double Dunsparce and another Froslass. Seems good. My opponent's best plan is to probably build up Radiant Greninja 3 times, right? Because then they can knock out 2 of my Venomoth. But we have Survival Brace on. That play doesn't really work if we have the Brace on. So, because that's like one thing they can do, right? Is just sit there and load up Greninja 3 turns and then take out 2 Venomoth if I don't put 3 in play. But, because we have Brace, it's fine. They have to find a way to do 10 damage to me. If they can break the Brace, then the Greninja becomes a bit of a threat. Because they can take out 2 Venomoth, and then I'm forced to bench a 3rd Venonat, which is, like, fine, but it's, like, still kind of scary. So, we'll see. They can't really overbench either, because, like, they got to be careful with what they put down, and they just pass. All right, no energy getting down. I mean, the less energy they get, the better. This gives me more time to Froslass or Greninja. So, let's go Arezu. Grab the lads. We're going to draw a buttload of cards here and see where it takes us. We just keep up the pressure every turn. That's all that matters. All right, let's go runaway draw. See what we got. Another Venomoth, pretty solid stuff. And now we're, like, set up, right? And this is kind of where you want to be with the deck at this point, right? Set up the Dunsparces, get the Froslasses down, all that gravy train stuff. We'll runaway draw again. Another Arezu, pretty good. Then we can Buddy Poffin, grab the 2 Dunsparce back out of the deck. Boom, boom. And we just hit him with the item lock. This is why I don't know why they were treating the Iron Hands. They should have stayed in the active with the Iron Bundle, right? I guess they would have eventually got KO because we got the Froslasses out, obviously, but yeah, they can't really do much. Like, Hands being the active is atrocious for them. That's why I was like, I don't know about retreating into that. Yeah, they just concede. I was like, honestly, I don't know if they're even going to stick this game out. It's not looking good. They can't even get a backs out. The Iron Hands is in the active. Yeah, it was Jover. And yeah, once you set up against Chien-Pao, especially going first, it's just, you have such a huge advantage. All right, into this game, we're up against Raging Bolt. Going first, that's fine. Let's see what our start is. All right, this hand's pretty solid. Grab these 2, I guess. Well, Artazon for... Do I risk my opponent turn 1 kill my Venonat? Low-key, I'm going to say they don't got it like that. I'm going to get another Dunsparce so I can try to draw more cards. Let's pass. Snorunt could have been good too. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what I'm like. I don't know what 100% my opponent's got. So I think this is fine. Just play a bit safer. Like I said, they're playing Raging Bolt, which this matchup's okay. We can just item lock and we're chilling. Best case scenario, they whiff the turn 1 attack, right? You know, it could happen. It could happen. They could whiff this turn 1 Raging Bolt. Let's see. They got energy. They need a Squawkabilly. They did Pokegear and they did give him a boss, which isn't really, I'm sure, what they were looking for. Oh, they don't got it. Let's go. Double boss getting discarded is honestly pretty solid. This makes me wonder if it's better just TM Evo. I'm like considering it. I don't know, because this hand's like a little mid, you know? Could be better. Can Arven... Could just go for the immediate Venomoth now. Honestly, yeah, this may be okay. All right, we'll just go for it now. If we can find Venomoth that Bug Catching Set, we can immediately get the item lock. Okay, yeah, okay. And this is fine. We'll just go for the item lock now. Because then they're confused. And they didn't... Okay, the nice thing about this is they didn't even build up their board very well. So, like, we actually get a lot of value out of just immediately item locking. Might as well put Fire Brace on. All right, yeah. This is fine. We'll just go for this now. Because my opponent has no way to get out of the item lock. So, this is fine. And then Venomoth, as long as they don't slam a Jamming Tower down, we should be okay. I just don't have much else in the hand. That's the only downside of this play, but... I mean, with the Survival Brace Confusion item lock, I'm hoping this buys us, like, 1 turn. All right, they got Pokestop. Rip my Artazon. It's kind of open that deck. I do need to get another Venonat, or another Snorunt down. But it's fine. They mill a Sada, which is good. They can't play that Nest Ball. They also need to draw into a Lightning here, because they can't Vessel. No, they drew into it. Okay, but they have to, in order to attack, they do need to go around the item lock. So we'll see if they even can get the knockout here. Or at least get the attack off, I should say. And they do flip heads, but they do need to discard 2 energy. So they have to remove both energy off their Raging Bolt. And they're not even knocking me out because of the Survival Brace. This is, like, actually fine. This buys us another turn. Do I ever play Pokestop? I don't know. I need to set up my board, and I can't do that at the moment, which is a bit of a problem. If they knock me out next turn, this could be pretty bad. I mean, that's okay. This feels bad. I'm going to play the Pokestop. Okay, it's not too bad. Bug Catching Set's honestly pretty solid. Only 2 Venomoth. At least it thins the deck out. That's fine, I guess. Sure. I'll just Perplexing Powder them again. I wish I could play the TM Evo. Like I said, I kind of debated whether or not I want to do that. This is the issue I have with the Dunsparce engine, is when you're not drawing to Dunsparce, the Dunsparce engine is terrible. This is why Bibarel is just better. If I had a Bibarel in play, bro, I'd be drawing cards. This is why I prefer Bibarel over Dunsparce half the time. But you can't play Bibarel with Venom or with Froslass. That's the problem. Okay, they need to draw Sada plus energy to attack. They got a Super Rod. Can't play that, though. Bravery Charm is not a bad card to lose. And, all right, you know what? If they're going to play a supporter, an Iono is beautiful. I will happily take an Iono. Let's see if they can finally find Ogre Pond so they can draw more cards. That's a good Iono, though. And as I expected, it did finally gave me some playable cards that lets us draw cards. Let's go. Pretty dandy stuff. All right, let's see what they do here. I mean, they don't have unlimited energy either. That's the other thing, too. If they want to go through 6 Venomoth, they don't have a whole lot of energy to do so. I mean, I guess they do have Sandy Shocks, which eventually can charge itself up, but it doesn't work that way. Sweet to grass. And they just scoop the game up. Pretty quick dub against Raging Bolt. The matchup's not bad. I mean, Survival Brace is good. You just kind of got to pray they don't just destroy you. Which, you know, if you can stabilize a good board state, I think this matchup's pretty solid. Because, like, Confusion on a 3-retreat Dragon Pokemon that needs to constantly funnel energy every turn to attack you, it's not that bad. All right, we hit another Festival League deck. I don't know where these Festival League decks are coming from. I mean, I'll take it. All right, let's Bug Catching Set. Bruh. Oh, God. Not getting a good setup here is a little problematic, I'm not going to lie. I'm actually forced to get a Dunsparce. It's not good. This turn 1 was pretty weak. I was not able to find a Venonat. Yeah, not good. This matchup, I think, is actually decent for us. But this start is not very spectacular. Not getting a Venonat off that Bug Catching set is really bad. Especially because they can take advantage of Artazon. If Artazon gets bumped here, it's also pretty bad. I need it to stick around for another turn. Best case scenario, we get Iono'd. Yeah, I'm hoping to maybe get Iono'd here. Really sucks we're not able to attack this turn, but they might have a weak setup. But I need to build up my board ASAP. That's like the thing in this matchup. We need to build up our board before they pop off. Because once we set up, I think we're chilling, right? There's a lot we can do in this matchup. Oh, nothing else. Okay, that's good. All right. We'll see if we can draw here. Hopefully we can get something good. I think we just Dunsparce before anything, right? No, we should probably Artazon at the very least. Get a Venonat. Check my prizes. We have Survival Brace. That's going to be a very relevant card. Yeah, okay. Survival Brace is good. We have Evo in the deck, which is also pretty good. We can find Arven. There's a lot of cards we can find here. All right, come on, Dunsparce. Don't let me down, please. Nice. Did not let me down. So I could TM Evo here. Do I even want to do that, though? Survival Brace isn't even relevant anymore, unfortunately. We could put it onto Dunsparce, though. We already have a Arezu, double Snorunt. Yeah, I'll take this Survival Brace, sure. I'd rather protect my Snorunt overall, right? So. Might even get another Dunsparce. Honestly, yeah, I'm down. Like, okay, the odds they kill my Venonat, I feel like they have a 6-card hand. That might be a little ballsy, but I'm going to say they're not killing my guy. Hopefully I'm right on that. This might be a bit more of a ballsy play, but I'm going to say they're not going to kill Venonat. If my Venonat doesn't get KO'd here, then we can do a lot, because we can Arezu next turn. I also need to draw cards, right? So I kind of need... Because I had to sacrifice a Dunsparce here, and then it's like... Well, my hand is kind of dead for next turn. So I kind of want to make sure I can at least funnel more cards with Dunsparce. So I think it's better to give them the Dunsparce. They may not even knock me out. Plus we have the free retreat. So if they don't knock me out this turn, then we can just like... It's fine. Okay, they do have an Ultra Ball here. Again, as long as my... I mean, even if Venonat does get knocked out, I can still try to draw a bunch of cards and see where it like takes us. You know what I mean? They do have an Ultra Ball. And get him thwacky, which is not good. See where it goes from there. But yeah, I just want to make sure we set up Froslass. And more importantly, I want to protect my Snowrunts. Because Froslass is extremely important. Okay, let's see what they got. Super Rod. It's fine. They can play a few items now, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. They have a Research here. Ooh, they get rid of a Devo. Not that that matters. Another Applin. Bug Catching Set. Let's see what they're able to find. 2 more Pokemon. And they haven't used Thwacky's ability yet, so the Artazon's probably getting bumped. I imagine they're going to get Festival Lead here. Or the Festival Ground Stadium. We'll see, though. And they might also want to set their board up. Their board isn't really, like, established at the moment, either. They may just want to, like, kind of build up their board a little bit more. We'll see. One thing I could go for here is actually I could counter catcher their Thwacky up, which I might do. I might do that, actually. Okay, no, they're going to get Festival Grounds. Yeah, I can counter catcher Thwacky and then smack it with Venomoth. That might be a decent play, actually. That might buy us some time to set up our board a little bit more. I'm actually kind of down to do that. One thing to note, though, Dipplin does have E2 retreat, so hitting the Dipplin here with Confusion is not bad, but if they have Kieran, right, it's like they can just Kieran and switch out. Another Rod and an Iono. Okay, not bad. Another Grookey. Yeah, I might go after the Thwacky with counter catcher. Try to buy a turn and trap it. I think that's actually probably going to be the play here. Yeah, it's fine. So our Survival Brace has been very, very good. This is like the second time now it's like bailed us out of getting like KO'd. Because like if I had to give up 2 prizes here, it'd be pretty grief. So it's actually really good that Survival Brace is like in the deck because it's coming in clutch. It's twice now against Vessel Lee we've needed it to buy us a turn of only giving up 1 prize. All right. So we can finally item lock him, and we're hoping for some goodies. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the counter catcher on the Thwacky. Because, like, the other thing, too, they need to have Kieran in hand to move it. So, Buddy Poffin's pretty good. We can Arezu. Maybe getting another Dunsparce, to be honest, for next turn. It's fine. Should be chilling for now. We'll counter catcher after the Dunsparce to see what we get. Runaway draw. Yeah, maybe we should have got another Dunsparce instead of the double Venomoth. It's probably the better play. It's fine. We can buy some time on the Thwacky here. It doesn't really matter too much. We can Buddy Poffin out the Dunsparce again. We can item lock. All right, this is good. This is what we needed. We needed some like swing turn. Now I just got to hope my opponent doesn't have a Kieran in their 5-card hand. Because they can't cherry pick it out, right? And they probably didn't expect me to do this counter catcher play. That's the other thing I'm hoping for. We can knock out Thwacky next turn, which is pretty good. Cripple their setup a little bit. Just need to buy some time. See where it takes us. And the more Thwackies they put into play, the worse it is for them, right? Because like the Froslass ability goes a long way. They could Iono me. They did discard an Iono, which is a little interesting. So if they want to play an Iono, I am down for that. Just because my hand is not fantastic. Yeah, I definitely should have taken Dudunsparce, not Venomoth, off the Arezu. Because I just like, oh, I need more Venomoth. They actually just passed the turn. See, they got nothing. But now Venomoth might get KO'd next turn. Unless I draw a counter catcher, I can KO the other Diplin. No? Okay, I'll take the Vessel, though. That does give me more plays for the following turn to item lock. It's actually not that bad. This lets us item lock more. They can take a 2-prize KO, but that's fine. The item lock's going to go a long way. They're still under it, so we'll see what happens. See what our prize is. Okay, Iono's huge. So now if they take 2 prizes, we can Iono them to a small hand. This is actually a lot better for us. So it's okay if they take the 2 prizes. Ideally, they don't, honestly, to be honest. But, like, yeah, we can go... Next turn, we can go Iono to a small hand. And they actually get KO'd going back into my turn, too, which is also good. Unless they KO both Froslass. But with the item lockout, it's a little hard to do that. So, let's see. There's a Thwacky. There's another Thwacky. We could also just go after those again and counter catcher. There's another Diplin. That might be researching, maybe? I don't know. They were waiting to evolve those before I killed them. I mean, if they do take the 3 prizes, or the 2 prizes here again, we're just going to go Iono to a small hand and go from there. They're going to get KO'd by Froslass, which is huge. So they're forced to bring something in next turn, which this is actually really good. That it's really important that they're forced to bring something else in this turn, which is nice. And we'll see what they end up bringing in. We'll see. Because they have to... They got to bring something in that's going to get confused. And the nice thing is Diplin and Thwacky both have 2 retreats, bro. They're not very friendly retreaters. I don't know. I'm curious to see how they're going to play this turn. They actually might go after a Froslass with a boss this turn, which would be a little awkward, obviously. I would prefer to have 2 Froslass at the end of my turn here. We'll see if they go after one. No? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they do need to build their board up. The other thing, too, is they're item locked. They can't play Poffin or Bug Catching Set. They can't bench more Pokemon. They do need to do that. If they want to take 2 prizes, they do have to bench more Pokemon. Because right now they're only doing 60 damage. So they're not even able to KO my Venomoth in 1 hit. We'll have to see how they go about this turn. They need more basics, right? So we'll see. This is interesting. The item lock might be doing a lot of damage to their setup. Yeah, they need to bench 2 Pokemon or 1 Pokemon in like a Vitality Band, which they're item locked. They can't just go Poffin or Bug Catching Set. Let's see how they do this. Speak of the Devil. Okay, looks like they are going the Vitality Band route. Maybe? They need to bench another basic. They could bench a basic here and bring it in as a retreat pivot. No, they are bossing. But they can't knock out Froslass with another basic. Do they have a basic? 3 cards in hand? They don't have another basic. So they're actually forced to just take the 1 prize. Okay. Obviously, I don't like losing Froslass. We can always establish a third one at this point. It's not a big deal. We're still knocking them out, which is good. If they had 10 HP remaining after this one Froslass, it'd be a little bit more grief, but this is fine. As long as we get a KO Froslass, then I'm happy. So it all works out. I don't like how they can take multiple prizes. And they didn't bench up basic, so they don't really have a pivot, which is good. Hey, nice. That was a huge prize. That's actually perfect. Now we just bench the Snorunt and call it a day. Okay. They promote the Diplin. Interesting. I'm down with that. Do I even want to Iono? I mean, they have the Thwacky, right? It doesn't really matter if I play Iono. I should probably Iono. I don't think it matters too much. They have Thwacky no matter what. It doesn't really matter what I do. All right. Super Rod's pretty solid. Go ahead and play that. And we'll just hit him with the item lock again. The next turn we get Arezu for more evolutions. All right, pretty cool stuff. Would be nice to have the double Froslass out here, because we actually would have KO'd them going back into my turn if we had 2 Froslass in play. It is what it is. I mean, if they start going ahead in the prize trade, we can also start counter-catching like the Thwackies back up and trapping them, which is also an option. So we have that too. So we have plays. They're confused. So like they might not even attack me here, right? Because they're confused. No, Festival Grounds. Oh my god. I actually forgot Festival Grounds makes it so that they are confused. That's actually pretty funny. I kind of forgot that card had an effect. Okay, never mind. That's actually pretty funny. This is kind of bad, actually. I forgot Festival Grounds actually does have an effect. Because every time I'm like, oh, it's just there for the ability. No, it actually has an effect where they can't be affected by special conditions. And this is actually relevant in this matchup. That's kind of crazy, bro. What? Interesting. Wish we still had Survival Brace. We're still under item lock, though, at the end of the day. So, I mean, there's still the work to do something else. They could boss Snorunt this turn again if they have another boss in the deck. Knock out Snorunt. Yep, there's the boss. Not my Snorunt, bro. Please, no. Oh, they're going for Froslass. Interesting. It's a little annoying. Do they have a knockout, though, in one hit, or do they have to two-shot it again? That should be their last boss. I don't think they're playing 3. It seems a little overkill. This is where an Iono would be really good, but I don't have another one. Because they have a 5-card hand. We can put them to 3 cards here. Glad I rotted Froslass back now. It's a little annoying, but that should be their last boss. So hopefully it's fine. Not getting extra damage down kind of sucks. But again, I can go for like a counter catcher line. Hey, look at that. We just immediately top deck Froslass. All right, Buddy Poffin. And then, yeah, we're forced to Arezu. But be really good to be able to find the lads here, a.k.a. A counter catcher. Yeah. I want to counter catcher Thwacky. Yay, there it is. Okay, cool, cool. Can Dunsparce again. Just draw more cards. Because they can't do much if Thwacky's in the active. Unless they just raw have the Kieran, right? It's like, okay, we have it. Type of situation. Okay. I can still knock out the active, but I do like the play of just trapping their Thwackies, to be honest. Like, this is still probably, like, the better play. So it's Perplexing Powder. And maybe could have played a Bug Catching Set, actually. But let's just Perplexing Powder. They're going to take some damage here from Froslass. I like this play a little bit more. We can be a bit more tactical. Like, this is fine. This buys us a turn, probably, right? This buys us a turn, which is what I want to do. Yeah, I should have Bug Catching Setted. Let's see what they got. They have to just, like, have Kieran in their hand, or, like, they have to have some kind of way to move. But keep in mind they're item locked. They could have Rillaboom in the deck. That'd be a little awkward. Defiance Band, that's fine. Oh, and they're going to Iono me. Okay, sure. That still should have Bug Catching Set it, but we'll see what the Iono gives me. It's okay. We have Arven. I need Froslass still. I still need another Froslass. So I want to be able to kill their Applin next turn. Because they had Iono themselves to a small hand, right? So. Oh, they actually just concede anyways. Never mind. Look at that. Another dub against Cecily. Like I said, this matchup's not bad. Thanks to the Froslass spam, and even Iono can be good once you deal with the Diplins. And there you have it, folks. That is the Venomoth Froslass deck in action. Definitely a very evil and annoying deck to play against. Again, being able to confuse your opponent and spam Froslass's ability is really good, and a lot of decks right now don't really have great answers to item lock plus confusion, and you will definitely make your opponent suffer a lot when playing this deck. I think after playing the list, I think the Ursaluna is cuttable. I didn't use the Ursaluna once. I think we just cut Ursaluna out. I mean, it's nice to have against those big basic decks like Miraidon or something like Raging Bolt. But yeah, I think the Ursaluna is probably cuttable. Honestly, for either a third Artazon or another draw supporter, everything kind of played its part. I mean, Survival Brace ended up being really useful in the video today. And as you saw, once you get the item lock off, the opponent can't really do anything about it. If their deck needs items to function, which, I mean, a good majority of decks need items to function. Eventually, you just run them over, and you can deal with them, as you saw in today's video. But hope you enjoyed the video on the Venomoth Froslass deck. If you did, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe down below. Help me on the road to reaching 62,000 subscribers, or 63 if we're already at 62 by the time this goes up. Not sure yet, but yeah, thanks for watching the video. If y'all enjoyed, leave a like and all the good stuff. Check out Card Kevin, Guinea Codes, use code TF, and check out my second channel down below. I just did a video where I looked at some of the decks I got top 32 at the Malaysia Championships. So yeah, very interesting stuff within the top 32 there, including a Froslass Monkey Dory Noivern deck. Definitely check that video out down below if you haven't already on the second channel. And that'll be for me. Bye-bye.